Okay, family, thank you so much for joining me. If you're already here, hit the like button and subscribe to be part of this awesome family. We are in Mali. I told you the situation in Mali. Since they want to manipulate people, we are there boot to boot to make sure that we bring you information hands-on. Latest communication coming from Mali is that the army, they are using the drone very well. They are using the drone. They conducted drone operation in 4 major key areas in Mali, where these guys, after they pursued them on 25th, they regrouped and came back, and then they pursued them on 1st and chased after them. They've gone to hiding and all that. So the army went around, gather intelligence, and after their intelligence, they carry out 4 major, operation against them. So according to the general staff, a series of coordinated strike was carried out on May 4th May, and this particular operation targeted multiple strategic locations across the country. Before I read the statement, I want to make you understand that the operation reportedly dismantled key T group infrastructures, including their logistic hub, fuel depot. You know, they have a place where I don't know how they're able to get the fuel to that level. That is where they get their motorbike to, fill their tank and all that. So their logistic hubs, their fuel depot, transport assets such as pickup trucks and motorcycle resources that are critical for this group that they use for mobility. Their motorbike is what they use, the truck is what they use and all that. And you see, they reported, they threatened that they are going to put Bamako under siege, which means that they will encircle and nobody can go out, nobody can, to starve people, just basically, because you can't go out and do business. But it looks like the thing rather is backfiring on them. What the army is currently doing right now is that they are destroying their mobility and their food and their fuel for their motor and stuff. This operation, according to report, were carried out in areas of west of Diura, north of Sevare, southwest Menaka, and the army claimed that they have delivered decisive blows in their operation, and they reported that they have neutralized dozens of these T group. And according to them, this is not just another routine of military update. Before this operation was carried out, they went ahead, roam in the air, map them one after the other, map their locations one after the other before carrying out the operation against them. So right now, when they're in the bush, they get food supply. They have shelters, they have structures that they live in. All those structures are broken. Fuel, their fuel depot in the bush. Do they have the fuel depot in the bush? It's another conversation altogether. Their fuel depot, they store their fuel. They carry it when they were coming in, gallons, and they were loaded before they came in, and therefore they destroy all those things. Without the fuel, without the food and things, you can't survive in the bush. Now, the army is also doing one thing. Around the border, they are making sure that patrol is so secure so that the reinforcement will not bring food to the remaining one who they are chasing after right now. This is the statement that they released. Let me read it before we move forward. The General Staff of the Armed Forces informed the nation that as part of ongoing offensive reconnaissance mission throughout the national territory, the FAMA, which is the army, the FAMA air asset successfully conducted a series of strike in several locations on Monday, May 4th, 2026. The first series of strikes targeted the west of the town of Diura, where a major hideout of this T group was discovered, with 6 pickup trucks, several motorcycles, and a fuel and ammunition depot, camouflage under vegetation. So they are there, and the whole thing look like they are planting over there. All right. Some people are farming, work is ongoing. They camouflage it. This is how they use their activities, daily activities, to cover themselves. So when you go there, you see that people are farming. It's just normal vibe there. No, they are the one there. God, so camouflage under vegetation. The second series of strike conducted in the north of city of Sevare neutralized about 50 of this T group and destroyed 4 pickup trucks and several motorcycles and another major fuel and ammunition depot. A third series of strike has completely neutralized an arm of these guys southwest of the city of Menaka. I'm not mentioning their name. I'm using the T group and all that because they after us. I explained that to you. The chief of the general staff of the armed forces congratulate the Malian armed forces for their determination and unwavering commitment to national defense. This group will be hunted down to their last stronghold throughout the entire national territory. United, we will prevail. This is from the army of Mali. Now, let's talk about the camouflage issue here. The camouflage and the vegetation that you saw right here. These are things that they do a lot. Now, when you look at their spokes media, when they want to report that the army of Mali is unaliving civilians, they will go to village where they will say that people are farming here. This is what they do. They are not armed, but you see them there. They are hiding a lot of things there. There are arms there. There are fuel depot. There are logistics are there. But you see, when you go there, you see a village where humble people are just living there. You will not understand. It takes a lot of intelligence to understand that this is what they are doing here. The thing is, how these guys were loaded before they entered Mali, how they were very loaded and solidly loaded. It cannot just be coincidence. There are some countries around. The authorities in Mali are accusing Mauritania, Algeria. I watched a couple of videos. People, activists, everybody is pointing towards Mauritania, Algeria, Morocco over there, Ivory Coast over here. Now, when you look at the map right here, you are going to see something. These people, if they are moving from this side, look at that line right there. The line which is connecting, that line between which peak from Morocco and then move and border Algeria and Mauritania. Moving through that line and entering Mali, the Malian armed forces have no operation here in that particular territory to do anything. And therefore, anything happening here is out of reach. So the Malian army right now, they are on the border here. As they are destroying the one that come in, it is difficult for anybody to bring in food or logistics to fuel their motorbikes. You cannot bring fuel. So they are kind of like stranded. They are going to be stranded. Those who remain, those who will be remaining, they will be very, very stranded because the hunt is on. Now, this is what we call a real army. Nigeria, for example, we heard that a brigade general in Nigeria was unalived by this T group in Nigeria. They captured him and then they did video and then buy the man. Guess what? Nigerian army was quoting Bible and saying that these guys are our brothers. They are, prodigal sons. And they recruited some of them, rehabilitated them, and then sent them back into the community. That general is dead for dead. That is what it is when you are an army personnel in Nigeria. Your life, it has no value at any cost. A whole general has been brigade general, has been by this group. And instead of the army to say, look, enough is enough, to bring justice to this man, look at how they handle it. Now, when you come to Mali, Mali say, that is it, no problem. We are burying our defense minister, but none of you are going to leave. We are going to make sure that the ground become what? A cemetery for you. Between these two, if they say that between Nigeria and Mali, you should go and become a soldier and defend your country, which country will you go to? I can never be a soldier in Nigeria. Because if I die in the hands of these people, no justice for me. Nothing will avenge my death. It's gone. The people will go free. We heard instances and what video where these people came to negotiate with the government. And guess what? There were some of the army personnel that they buy, they wore their dress and came to the negotiation table. This didn't happen in Nigeria. Honestly speaking, you can go there. It's not alleged. No, the videos are there. Together with, even come with his weapon. 2, as evidence that we tie him to the negotiation table. After negotiation, they went back to the bush. That is how powerful this guy had become in Nigeria. Look at how Mali is handling the situation professionally. So 4 major, operation is being carried out throughout the territory as usual. Their spokes media will not publish it. Their spokes media will not publish it. Their busy recycling the old videos. No wonder in Burkina Faso they are banning them. Mali, they are banning them. When they ban them, they will come out and say that they are suppressing the press. They are suppressing the press. But when you don't act professionally, what is going to happen? Here on this platform right now, I have to make sure that I respect the rules of the platform. If you don't respect the rules and you go against the rule, they ban you. Freedom of speech, but there's limitation. When your freedom of speech is going to damage people and damage things, you should be stopped.